So what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and create the sales lead. The idea of the sales lead is that somebody calls in and wants meet with somebody or wants to do business with you. And what you would do initially is instead of basically writing it down on a post-it note or whatever and handing it off to somebody, what you do is create a sales lead. So whoever answers the phone, add a sales lead by clicking this icon up here. It'll ask you to choose the customer if they're in the database. If not, you could create new. So I'll just go ahead and create new, kind of show you what that's about. Let's do Dave's Bait and Tackle because I'm a big fisherman. Who's a sales rep for this customer? It could be nobody at the moment. How do they find you? Choose the appropriate lead source. What category are they? Maybe they're marine. Makes sense, right? Do Dave as a contact. Giving them an email address. What phone number are they? Either or, phone number, mobile. And you can fill out this information if you'd like to. Address name would be, maybe something like headquarters. Or just a way to identify that address. You can put anything there, it's not required. Other information if you'd like. Maybe they're a new customer and you start out new customers with a $1,500 credit limit. You can put that in there if you'd like. And then hit save. Now I'm at the new customer screen, so I'm going to go ahead and create that sales lead. Sales lead stage, new lead. What's the lead source? Again, that was a referral. And you can pick a sales rep from your company if you'd like, or just leave it blank at this moment. I'm just going to leave it blank and then hit save. And me as the person that took the call, I basically would, put my little note in there. Not quite a customer yet, are they? And then add the note. And what happens is you, the store manager, the owner, can go in and take a look, and you would actually get notified via signVOX that there was a new lead that was created. In this case, you can see it's an unassigned lead. It's not assigned to anybody, so you could go in there and say, okay, here's the particular details of the lead. I'm going to take a look at it and just look at the background, and then go in and say, the sales stage is now assigned. Okay, I'm going to assign this one to Robin. Hit OK. And then what happens is that Robin would get an email saying, hey, you've got a new lead. She'd click the link, and when she clicks the link, it would take her to this page right here where she could put her own notes in. So you're recording the conversation, from the very first time that the customer calls you. Let's say I call him Dave. Okay, I'm going to add that note. And basically, if I were to take a look at that sales lead now, and I'm going to go ahead and take a look for Robin's leads. Here we go. Just filter Robin in there. I can see that conversation, and what I'm getting is I'm getting a history, from start to finish until I get an opportunity to basically quote that job. So this is the first aspect of it, and what I might do, if I was Robin as well, is I might go ahead and add a task for myself, and I'd say, okay, set up a meeting, with Dave. Little note. When is that meeting going to be due? It was I think it was next Thursday. I can't quite remember what I wrote. What time does it begin? We'll choose 3:15, 3:30. Yeah, we'll give it an hour meeting. Who's responsible? Well, Robin is. And then choose the category, meeting, add the task. And then Robin just got an email, and there's an iCal file attached, so she can sync any kind of her favorite calendars like Google Calendar or Outlook or something like that. And that is how the sales lead process starts. So that's basically the first step using signVOX. It's an optional step. You never have to ever create a sales lead, to start this whole process. But it's a good idea because basically what you're doing is you're keeping a history of the conversation from start to finish, so you can refer back to that in case you need to. On top of that, you can take your leads and move them into different statuses and check your leads whether or not they are lost. Hey, this is potential revenue. You can follow up and say, hey, did you ever get that sign you were looking for, or were you happy with the vendor that you chose? So that whole entire history when someone inquired about doing business with you is right here. And you can also see your quoted leads and see who won the leads and start looking at ratios and things like that. So that's the sales lead process. Next video we'll move on to actually creating the quote. Thanks.